Welcome to this week's edition of The Blitz. On today's show, we will have linebackers coach Jon Wholley and his redshirt sophomore linebacker Marquise Vann. On Mulcahy's matchup, we'll break down our last game against Cincinnati and preview our next matchup against Central Florida. So thanks for tuning in, and now, The Blitz. Well, welcome back to the show, Sean. We missed you last week. Thanks for bringing some of the fall foliage into our studio.
No problem at all. I'm glad I could bring it, show some enthusiasm with the ride up here on the Merritt Parkway. It was beautiful.
How is fatherhood treating you so far?
Great. A lot of dirty diapers and some crying, but we got a beautiful little girl, and we're very happy.
Wonderful. We're so excited for you here on the Blitz. Now, while you were changing diapers, UConn took on Cincinnati. They just couldn't keep up, fell 41-16. What was your overall take of that game?
You know, I give credit to Cincinnati. They're obviously a really good team with a lot of good players. They have a good coaching staff, albeit it's just 1 year into their season. Tommy Tuberville, he's had a lot of experience. Prior to Ole Miss and Auburn, he was at University of Miami, where they won 3 national championships. So this guy's got a wealth of experience, and you look in the comparison to his counterpart, Coach Wiest, you know, it's a tough spot that he's in. He's trying to be the receivers coach, the offense coordinator, the head coach, you know, keeping everyone together. And I think that kind of showed on Saturday because there was so much going on, and you could see the interviews pre-halftime and post-game with Tommy Tuberville. Very calm, very relaxed, and Coach Wiest, you know, not saying he wasn't relaxed, but there was a lot going on. Player-wise, I still need to see more pass rush out of the defensive line, and I need to see better pass protection out of the offensive line. I think those 2 areas still significantly hurt the Huskies.
And talking about that passing game, their quarterback, Brandon Kay, threw for 4 touchdowns, all to different wide receivers. Why were they able to capitalize so much through the air?
Well, we've got some injuries. You know, Taylor Mack has been out for a little bit. That doesn't help us. But they also made some unbelievable plays. Obi picked up some great position. He put himself in position to make some plays, although Cincinnati's wide receivers were just great athletes, and they came down with the ball in the end zone or in the middle of the field. You know, not to take anything away from UConn's defense, but they gave up too many yards rushing and passing. And when you get that against you, it's tough to always come back.
The defense did come up with some big plays, though. Wilbert Lee had his first career interception that he returned for 20 yards. And then Marquise Vann, in front of all of his friends and family, had that scoop and score in the 4th quarter. We've seen some of these young guys step up. What are your thoughts on that?
Great individual performances, but it's team effort. We need all the guys coming around them. I was very happy to see Wilbert Lee come in there and play. I remember meeting him in the spring, and you know, he's a stud from Brooklyn. He's just this phenomenal specimen of an athlete. You'd like to see him on the field more, and I think Coach Wiest has realized that, so he's getting Wilbert on the field more. Marquise Vann, I mean, when you play in front of your hometown and you've got friends and family there, he stepped up to the challenge. Now he's got to do that every week and transition into week in, week out. He's got a great coach in Hooley that can help him with that. But getting back to the previous point, you have to have everyone making plays. It can't just be one guy here and one guy there. The young guys are doing well. They're playing more, which is great for the future of the program. So if we can see more guys step up, it's only going to help the future.
And in the same line, we saw more of that with the running back core. Martin Hippolyte and Max DiLorenzo really stepped up. They combined for 88 yards, and Max had his first career touchdown as well. How valuable are those guys to this running core?
You need that. If you look at the next level of the NFL, the running backs take a really hard pounding. And not that Lyle isn't big enough or tough enough, because he's one of the toughest players I've ever seen in my life, considering his size. It's good to mix things up. It keeps the opponent on their toes. It keeps them off balance, off kiltered. They never know what they're going to expect, and I think each of those running backs brings a different dynamic. You know, you've got Lyle, who's so shifty, so quick, he's almost like a fly. You can't really catch him. You know, Max DiLorenzo is a ground and pounder. I don't know if you saw Peyton Hillis the other night on Monday night, but that's something what UConn needs, someone who can take all the hits and break tackles. And Hippolyte's kind of like a hybrid. He can break tackles, but he can also break it away. We saw him last year go for a 50-yarder. It was incredible. So I like all those guys getting playing time, and I think it'll help the offensive line gain confidence as well.
And that certainly bodes well for the future of the Huskies program as well.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it.
All right, Sean, thanks for being here today. We'll check in with you a little bit later.
Thank you.
All right, now let's take a look at UConn versus Cincinnati highlights. It's time now for Coach's Corner with linebackers coach Jon Wholley. Thanks for being here today, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Great to be here.
Now, we know that you love coaching these linebackers. We can see it on the field every day, and you've got a really talented group. What kind of athletes do you have in your core this year?
A very good group of athletes. All of them have ranked in the top, 20 of our team in strength and conditioning. They're all strong, explosive, fast, all to varying degrees. They're a good group. They work hard. That's probably the biggest characteristic they have, is they all work very hard. They're tough kids and easy to coach. So it's been a fun season in terms of coaching them. Obviously not our win and loss, but in terms of coaching them, it's been good.
And everybody knows what an amazing athlete Yalwin Smallwood is. And Ryan Donahue earned that starting spot next to him. But due to injuries, Marquise Vann has stepped up for the last 2 games. And he's done a really great job out there on that scoop and score in front of all of his friends and family. What impresses you about Marquise?
Well, Marquise is a kid that's been in the program. My first year coaching linebackers, he was a freshman. And he's been up with us in the travel squad. He redshirted his first year, but he practiced with the second team through the whole entire year. And he's a very hardworking kid. He's very fast. He's very strong, and he will work very hard to become the best he can be. He's a good kid. He's honest. From a linebacker standpoint, he's very physical, and that helps us, and it helps us, and he's got speed. As you saw him, not every kid could just pick up that fumble, even though it came to him, and score and run away from guys, because even his offensive linemen, they had angles on him, and he gives us an added dimension in speed and intensity, and he's a good kid.
Well, it was definitely exciting to see him be able to do that in front of friends and family.
And the thing with the whole group is, anytime somebody goes down, the next person comes up, and I have confidence in Ryan, I have confidence in Marquise, I have confidence in Brandon Stagg, and any guy that's in a backup role, that they can come in and play. So,
good to go. Nice.
Yeah.
Now, you've been with this program for nearly 12 years, from a player to a GA and now a full-time coach. Not many people bleed blue as much as Jon Wholley does. So when you see your team struggling, not being able to find that first win throughout the first half of the season, what kind of approach do you take with your guys?
Well, it's been very difficult. I've told them that obviously UConn is a big part of my life. I've lived in Connecticut my whole entire life. I grew up a big UConn basketball fan, UConn football fan, and my dream was always to be a player here and be a coach here. And it's very heartbreaking to see the way that we've gone over the past 6 games. The thing that keeps me going each day is the pride that I have in the university, the pride that people have that have been here before have put in to develop the program as to where it is. And I always tell my kids, you could substitute UConn or Huskies for the word tough. And the definition of tough is being able to do things through any circumstances and all the times. And obviously we're at a low circumstances now, but as a coach, it's my job. My high school coach and my dad used to always tell me, if you don't, they won't. So from my perspective, I have to make sure that I'm coming here with even a more focused, more energetic approach after every loss for us to be successful. And I think our players have done a good job. Despite not having the success that we want to have, none of these guys have quit, and they will not quit. From our group and our core, we're going to keep fighting no matter what. We expect to win every game, and we're going to try to win every game. I do not want to see this program go down. I know Sean Mulcahy was on the show, and he's part of it when we were here, and we were 2-9, and we were at the low of lows. I tell my players this, and we ended up at the high of highs. And the thing that's always been constant is toughness, hard work, and passion. And if we continue to do that, eventually the ball's going to go our way, and momentum will build.
Resiliency is key here.
No question.
All right, now you guys play Central Florida this weekend. We've seen them play some really great football this season. What do you know about this team after breaking down their film?
To me, they're the best team that we've played this year, Michigan included. Their running back is as good as any running back. I've been on defense for 3 years. He's the best running back that we've played against. Their quarterback's excellent. The receivers are excellent. From a standpoint of a team, it's one of the best teams we have. We've played against. I know Coach O'Leary is a very good head coach. He's been successful everywhere he's been. So it'll be a tough challenge, and there's no better way to work every week when you have the hardest challenge. But the time's ticking right now, so I better go be shorter on these questions so I can go draw some cards and get ready for this game.
Well, we have seen you with your linebacking core throughout the season. We got to get a nice look, an inside look at Media Day, you guys having some fun together with your core. Can you share some of your favorite parts of working with this fun linebacker group?
Just everything. They're tough, good kids that will listen, and it makes you as a coach want to work each day for them. And be successful, because that's what they deserve, and that's what we need to get. But they're all good kids. They all got good personalities, and I like it a lot.
All right, well, we can see the fiery energy from you. We're excited to see that this coming weekend. Thanks for being here on the show today.
Thank you for having me. All right.
All right, let's head out to campus now for a little Know Your Foe. It's time now to stop students on campus to find out how much they know about our next opponent, the UCF Knights, here on Know Your Foe. Who is UConn football playing this weekend?
Central Florida.
I believe they're playing UCF, Central Florida.
They're playing Central Florida.
UCF.
University of Central Florida.
University of Central Florida.
They're playing Central Florida.
What is their mascot?
I have no idea.
I believe it's the Knights.
Nah.
Golden Knights.
It's not the Bulldogs.
Nope.
I'm clueless. Dolphins?
No.
It's not the Hurricanes.
Nope.
I don't know, what is it?
A fox.
Why do you say that?
I don't know, because I just heard the song, What Does a Fox Say?
Is it a night? Yeah.
They're the something Knights.
Just the Knights, no something.
They're the Knights.
Knights? The UCF Knights?
Yeah.
Okay.
A night.
Yeah.
Night? Yes.
Do you know what their colors are?
Green and white?
No, that's South Florida. That's probably what you're thinking.
Second guess. Gold and white? No, gold and green?
The opposite of white.
Black. Gold and black. Nice, I got it.
I believe it's green and white, maybe?
They're black and gold.
Black and gold.
Black and gold.
Gold, black, and white.
Couldn't tell you.
Think about a knight. What kind of colors do you think of with a knight?
Black and white? Black and silver?
Very close.
Gold, maybe?
Yeah.
Black and gold?
There you go.
A night, black, and red?
Close. It's a royal color.
Black and blue? Oh, I thought royal.
Not like.
blue.
I like royal blue, but no, a royal. Like, what does royalty wear? Their crown.
Oh, black and gold? Shut up. I was going to say that first, too. Oh, my God. Always go with your instincts.
Do you know what conference they're in?
The American Athletic Conference.
The American Athletic Conference.
The American Athletic Conference?
They're newly in the American Athletic Conference.
Ooh, the SEC.
What conference are they in?
The AAC? Yeah. Oh, okay. That was a trick question. I was like, weren't we playing them?
Well, yeah, but we play teams that aren't in the conference. You'd think this was the first time you were involved in athletics here on campus.
Apparently.
Do you know where it's located?
Orlando.
Florida. Do you want like a city?
Yes.
Orlando, I think.
Yeah.
Central Florida. Tallahassee, maybe.
Okay, no, but can you guess another?
Orlando.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
No way. Sweet.
Central Florida.
I believe in Central Florida.
Central Florida.
Florida. Orlando?
Yeah.
Orlando? Yeah. Really? Dang, my guessing is on point.
What very large attraction is also located in Orlando?
I think there's a Wendy's there. I'm not sure though.
Disney World.
Disney World.
Orlando Studios.
Yeah.
I guess.
Which is
Amusement park?
which amusement park?
Universal Studios, right?
What's like the big name of that whole?
Disney World? All right. I've never been to Florida.
Disney World, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
Daytona Beach.
Disney World?
Yeah. What is your favorite ride at Disney World?
Splash Mountain, definitely.
I think the Harry Potter one, or at least the castle, because that thing is pretty big and I like Harry Potter.
Buzz Lightyear ride?
That's a great question. Probably Space Mountain.
Harry Potter. Got to go for the Harry Potter ride, yeah.
Ooh, I haven't been there in a while. My favorite ride? Oh, Space Mountain. Yeah, Space Mountain's fun. I went on there like 6 times in one day.
UConn is the largest university in Connecticut with 22,000 students. UCF is the largest in Florida. How many students do they have?
50,000?
Just a little bit more, but that's close.
60,000?
Yeah.
Oh.
26,000?
Way more.
36,000?
Way more.
65,000?
60,000 students.
That's a lot of people. I couldn't imagine that.
Oh, it's a lot. It's like 100,000 or something. I'm not sure.
Well, now you've overestimated it, and 60,000 isn't going to sound as good, but it's actually 60,000.
That's still it's big, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually the second largest in the whole country.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what the biggest in the whole country is?
It's probably like University of Phoenix or something like that.
Like the online?
ASU, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
I don't know, 20,000?
Way more.
Way more? Let's see, 35,000?
Way more.
Way more, wow. I don't know, 50,000?
It's actually 60,000 people.
60,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
40,000.
60,000 students.
Nice. Well, all right.
30,000?
Double that.
60,000? Dang. That's no way. That's crazy. You wouldn't know anyone.
26,000.
It's actually way more than that. Can you take another guess?
40,000.
It's actually 60,000 people.
Wow, that's a lot.
Would you want to go there?
No, because it's not UConn.
We have redshirt sophomore linebacker Marquise Vann here on the show with us. Thanks for being here today, Marquise.
It's great to be here.
Now, you've been starting for the Huskies for USF and in your hometown against Cincinnati, and this past weekend you had that really exciting scoop and score in your hometown in front of all your fans. Can you tell us what it was like for you, what you saw on the play, and what it was like for you to be able to do that in front of all your friends and family?
Well, it felt really good just going through the play. I did the wrong thing. I was actually supposed to be deeper in the coverage, but sometimes you're in the wrong place at the right time, and I picked the ball up, ran into the end zone, and all I was thinking was touchdown. So got in the end zone. I was very, very proud, and it was actually excellent to do it in front of my family. It was exciting, very exciting.
How many friends and family did you have there?
Ticket-wise, I had 23, but besides that, I know I probably had about 30 or 40 more people there that I knew that knew me. So
how great to have so many friends and family there for your first ever career touchdown. That's wonderful. We loved seeing that. And you've been able to play alongside some really talented linebackers here with C.O. Moore and Yalwyn Smallwood and been coached by Coach Jon Wholley. What have you learned from them during this time here, and how has that helped you grow? And what do you hope to be? What are your goals as an athlete here?
Well, just learning from them, especially like C.O. He was a great guy to follow, to learn from, and getting into the film room, to study plays, to work hard. From Yalwyn, again, just learning how to work hard, how to see offenses, see how to just see the play and go, stuff like that. But also, especially from Coach Hooley, I really give him a lot of credit because he does an excellent job in explaining the details and keeping me focused and showing me what I need to do, what I need to learn, breaking down offensive schemes. So I really give them a lot of credit in the way I'm able to progress as a linebacker. So.
And during our very first episode of the Blitz during 3 and Out, Chandler Whitmer said that you, of all teammates, spend the most time in the weight room. You've always been, you've gotten accomplishments for spending your time there. Why is it so important for you to be focused in the weight room and build your body up?
The biggest focus, why that is the biggest focus for me, I just take it as pride. It's something even in high school I had biggest pride for. I always wanted to be like the strongest, and I always felt like the more in shape I am, the better my body is, the more capable I would be of making plays. So, and I really give that credit to my stepdad, who first got me into weightlifting when I was 14 years old at like 2 o'clock in the morning doing chair dips. So I mean that was big for me.
Started young.
Yes,
Very
I did.
nice. Next up, the Huskies will play Central Florida. You've never played them before, but I know you've seen their games throughout this season. What do you know about their very impressive offense, and what do you guys need to do to take them on?
As far as what I know from watching some film, they have a very explosive offense, a lot of playmakers, a lot of people that can cause damage. And I feel for us as a defense, what we need to do is take them away, be more in tune to the game plan, be more in tune to who our opponents are, knowing their tendencies, their strengths, their weaknesses, in order just to take them out of the game. So just this week we need to be in film, just maybe a little bit more respect, including myself.
All right, nice. Well, we know that you can take it to the max in the weight room, but we have our own test for you here on our game 3 and Out.
Okay.
How it works is I will ask you 3 questions about yourself, and you give me the very first thing that comes to mind. Then we'll do it again 3 and Out about your teammates. You ready to go?
Let's go.
Okay, first question. What is your favorite late night snack?
Wings. Stores over wings.
Okay.
Honey barbecue.
Okay. You're a big, tough guy, but what is your biggest fear?
Heights. I don't like roller coasters or heights.
Okay. Okay, we see your weakness then. What is one item that you couldn't live without?
It's a tough one. Probably my Bible.
Okay, great answer. All right, throwing out the other side. Which teammate has the worst hair?
Ooh, we have a tough one there. It's probably right now Tymir Brown with his beard. He needs to shave it off. It does not look good.
The facial hair.
Yes.
Okay, we like that. We'll count that. Which teammate of yours is the most like a child?
Ooh, Byron Jones. He's probably the biggest child. I kind of joke with him sometimes. I call him Spider Kid. He's not enough to be a Spider-Man.
Okay, I like that. What is one thing that you want Husky fans to know about fellow linebacker Jefferson Ashuru?
All the time he calls himself cute. Jefferson, you're not cute. Call yourself handsome. That's all I have to say about that.
Grown man calling himself
right.
cute.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Marquise. It's been really fun seeing you step up for the Huskies. We're really excited to see what else you can do here.
Great to be here, and thank you for having me.
All right, let's head out now to Mulcahy's matchup. We're back now with Mulcahy's matchup. Time to break down Central Florida. They're 5-1 this season. Their only loss to South Carolina by 3 points. They were number 12 at the time, and we saw them this past weekend beat number 8 Louisville. So they're a very formidable opponent. They just earned a spot in the top 25. What is your opinion on this team?
Another team like Cincinnati that has really good players and really good coaches. You know, let's start at the top with George O'Leary. Fantastic resume, but pardon the pun, that's where his problems really came when he was going to be the coach at Notre Dame a few years ago. He had a little problem on his resume and it didn't work out. But you see that he really is a proven coach. If you go to a program like University of Central Florida, that has been good in the past. It's had Dante Culpepper. They've had success with plenty of players in the NFL, but you've never really seen them be a top 15 or a top 10 program. George O'Leary steps in, you know, with a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of experience. He was at Georgia Tech with former UConn coach Randy Edsall. So this guy really knows what he's doing. Obviously, he's a tremendous recruiter, and when you can get a guy like Storm Johnson to play for you, you know, just hand the ball off left to right and just see what happens. So they're a very good team, very good opponent, coached well. So it'll be a tough matchup for UConn.
And let's talk about that big name running back, Storm Johnson. He was a top 5 recruit coming out of high school and has lived up to that name. He scored 2 touchdowns and rushed for 188 yards against Louisville last week. How dangerous is this guy? Very dangerous.
Louisville's run defense is very good, top in the conference, and it was definitely a coming out game for him because people were able to see him nationally. I mean, the breaking the tackles, the shiftiness, the spin moves, the stiff arms, he's got the complete package. You know, I had a chance to talk to Terry Richardson, who's down in Jacksonville with Jordan Todman, and he was also the running backs coach here. He's saying this guy's legit. He's going to go in the first round. If he stays, if he goes, it's going to be very interesting to see where he is. UConn's defense has their hands full. They certainly do, and as far as their defense goes, they're very well-rounded. They've given up a decent number of points, but they've played very good teams, and overall, they're just very balanced. What do we know about their defense? Well, here's what helps their defense succeed. Storm Johnson. While he's running the ball, time is coming off that clock. So their defense is not on the field that long, and when they are on the field, the opponents are playing catch-up. So they're trying to, you know, get back to the score, get back in the ball game. They're throwing the ball a lot more, and the defensive line and the cornerbacks know there's going to be a lot of passes, so they can gear up for that. Also, since the opponents aren't rushing against them a lot, the defense is saved even more. They're not getting pounded and grounded in the running attacks. So Storm Johnson is really like the complete player for any team. He helps the offense, the defense, and the special teams. And that certainly will make this weekend a tough one for the Huskies. They will have a battle. What have you seen from them as far as improvement in the last few games that you need to see more of to make sure that they can compete? A lot of heart and passion. You know, it's very easy to give up in this situation when you haven't won a game. You know, speaking with Coach Hooley before, he brings back some tough times when we were 2-9 and then 2-4 or 2-6 leading up to that stretch where we won a lot of games. A lot of people want to throw in the towel. A lot of players quit. A lot of players didn't really have the motivation. I do not see that with this group. I think they have some really good coaches that are bringing some fun out of the game, you know, music at practice, making the experience worthwhile even though they're not winning. But there's a lot of heart, a lot of determination. These guys haven't given up. They're fighting. So with that will come victories. All right, great. Well, we're certainly ready to see the Huskies come out and take on the Knights. They will take on Central Florida Saturday, October 26th at noon. The game is the American featured game of the week, so you can watch it on SNY or listen to this guy's replacement, Joe D'Ambrosio, on WTIC News Talk 1080. Thanks for tuning into The Blitz. With Sean Mulcahy, I'm Emily Noonan for Huskies All Access. We'll see you out there.